Right, Ebusiafo ya mamunyina akwaba ebejumedie. So once again, welcome to this beautiful and prolific show, Time with Tatapsen, hosted by your one and only PK Ofori-Asenso with the team, Danny, A-Class, Nana Lord being the producer, making things happening tonight. We want to say thank you all for making time out of your busy schedules and also inviting friends and loved ones to be a part of this beautiful program today. We have a special guest with us. I must say, he's probably the first we've had an Indian come on the show to talk to us about autism, and also we've had different, ethnicities, come talk to us. He might be our first African American to grace this beautiful show for us today. So I must say, in the due time, I will call upon him to, you know, dissect into today's topic, a very beautiful topic, of course, and we will spend some time to do more talking about it. But before I proceed, I'd like to also thank our sponsors for tonight, those who made this show a possibility, and bringing you nothing but the best of education that we can all think of. Big thanks to Feel Good Services. In case you're looking for a mental health speaker or an educator to come talk to you concerning mental health, please look no further but contact feelgoodservices at gmail.com, and they will help you as much as possible. Whether it be in a seminar, whether it be in any gathering or any type of settings, they can actually work with you. Even if it's a personal appointment, they can work with you as well. I also want to recommend Feel Good Homes to you. Feel Good Homes, in case you're looking for a beautiful place to lodge in Ghana. They have locations at Pokwase, Adrigano, and East Legon Hills. They got a studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, and also it's very, very affordable. Starting from $35, $40, you can get a night to spend with the family, especially with December coming up and everyone going to Ghana. And a little fun fact about speaker tonight: he's been to Ghana before, so he understands the magnitude of having a good Airbnb for yourself and your family. Please contact Feel Good Homes at plus 1513-372-5758. Make sure you tell them PK sent you so that you can get your discount as well. Or you can contact them at plus 233-208-149504. Or you can still contact them on their email address, which is feelgoodservices@gmail.com. Oswald Wellness LLC, in case you're looking for a family nurse practitioner who will be your primary care doctor or primary care physician and help you in terms of your weight management, or even if you need IV hydration, look no further about Oswald Wellness LLC. So for us, you're within the DMV area, which is the DC, Maryland, Virginia, or in the state of Ohio, please call 513-268-2740. And again, as usual, make sure you mention my name so that you can get your discount with your visit. Last but not the least is Startup Send, the easier way, the fastest way, and also the most secure way to send money back home. Very convenient. If you don't already have this app, make sure you download this app. And I hope before we end the show today, Mr. Samuels will download the app because he is a frequent visitor of Ghana. So he needs to take care of other business that he have back home. Download the app, whether you have a Google Play Store or Apple Store. When you download the app, make sure you sign up, do all the necessary duties that's required of you. But when you go to the promo code area, make sure you put in the promo code PK, P-KAY, so that you can get your $15 on your first transaction. If you do not put in the promo code and you send money back home, you're just going to lose on such a beautiful promo. So make sure you put in the promo code PK, P-KAY, and get your $15 on your first transaction. With that being said, we want to say big thanks to Startup Send for sponsoring this show as usual, and also being main headline for sponsoring this show. And I want to thank each and everyone, whoever joined, for wherever corner of the world that you join, whether you join from Ghana, from Canada, from the UK, from Europe, from the Middle East, because we have callers all over the world watching us and listening to us right now. I want to say thank you guys very, very much. Next week, we will be meeting with Professor Andor, and we will be treating some good lessons in terms of how to manage our finances in our homes. So it's good that Mr. Samuels will be talking to us about how to create wealth and credit system, and Professor Andor will walk us through or delve deeper into how to manage our finances in the homes. Then after that, we'll be looking at breast cancer as well the week after that. So we have a bunch of action-packed education coming your way this month. So stay tuned, and also let's go ahead and listen to Tatapsen update from the Tatapsen corners, and hey, Tatapsen is back. I want to say thanks to all the loyal customers who stuck with us through the thick and thin. And now Tatapsen is back. I send money back home, and I know you are sending money back home. I'm not wearing green today because I planned to. It was coincidence. It was just a mere coincidence that I'm in green. But hey, that's a signal that Tatapsen, the green color, is on the green light. Whilst we listen to the update from Tatapsen, please share the link, share the Zoom link, the YouTube link, the Facebook link. And again, we are live on Facebook, HITV, Tatapsen Ghana, and also YouTube, HITV. And today we started going live on our Instagram account. We will soon be going live on TikTok as well, and all is HITV, official _ HITV. So please join us, share the link, and let's have a good time. Director, welcome to the show, Time with Tatapsen. Yama.
Major also PK.
Who's a match green and not dream because it's our top and also share green.
Media me home, me plan, yeah. It is well thought through.
So you planning means it's not your blood. Media they automatic, they just happen to. So that's part and parcel. Yeah, it's all character building.
The only difference between PK and I is because PK is having a lot of words. And today the other can be used. Any problem. Any problem.
What's going on with Tatapsen? We are back.
Anyways,
the egg. Let me go hatch my egg right now.
Point of correction. If you manage to use PK as a code, you get $20, not $15. I know he's not aware. It is
no. Actually, I'm aware. On Saturday, right? You go look in the system. I signed up this lady. Then she had $20. Then I was like, I guess it's changed, or maybe it's a mistake. Send money right now before they take it back and just fixed it. But I'm glad that you said something, because I was really going to bring it up and ask too. So I thought it was a mistake. Yeah. But I was going to wait to the Q&A session to ask that.
Okay, I know it's in the blood. So so good, yeah, PK. So it's a good thing. I mean, for about 2 weeks now, we fought enough, and we thank God. The Bank of Ghana accepted our proposal. They understood us. They accepted our. I mean, like we've been saying it here. It wasn't a direct thing to us. So I mean, we thought it should have been even earlier. But the buy be into the Bank of Ghana ase, the general public nyinaa ase, and the support you guys have shown to us. I mean, we can't thank you enough. But what I can say is BPO is flying. We are back into for that is the great news. We promised and then we've achieved it. In fact, sometimes it's not a difficult people think you are just giving them false hope, but it is what it is. You only have to plead with them, tell them your reasons, and then you move on. In fact, ọdọ a yɛwɔ ma Ghana nti na yɛyɛ saa adwuma wei. Nti wontumi nso nka sɛ ɔde wo ne Ghana bɛtwe ma nso a wotwe akɔsi sɛ nti na kyerɛ sɛ ɛbɛboa Ghana nko ana we go with it. Nti abusuafo, the breaking news is we are back. In fact, we came back somewhere Thursday, and and nothing has changed. Everything is okay. Now, because of support, I mean, tap with the and we will never take you guys for granted. Nti yasheda asheshe na atosho. Yasheshe no bando la mamo say ebe mo fili di ebe ba no. Nti anomane de se mo hu mu papa nkosua no. Bonus ni gu so. Nti mo nyere mo ho.
And then me pay men weni o.
And then so pay here. If you see I pay out.
And then I'm a pay. See I ya or I'm pay.
Like I said, 3 years to 70. Hey, yeah, pie and pie. But I mean, people are winning. I mean, no more so are more winning. The do Q&A session. They should come out and tell us some do not winning. Be new who said, "I'm pass up pie winya na winya." But I mean, people are winning. Sunday me pie me the amfa. Akwa bi timi chan was sort of pie. I know nyam say, "Hey, me ti nenya na say." But anyways, that is also there for you. Now, the yɛahyehyɛ promos bebree in the subsequent days, mubenya emails and push na yɛastarte. I mean, where you can win sika bi a wobɛsɛnde biara within this days here. No. So send it 10,000. You can win the same amount and 100% cash back. We send it 10,000 and you get it back. And you will be there, you have the chance to win. I mean, clarify, no, na. Obi anko send yanka some na mana, but then you have the chance of winning. And then the second thing is the obe sendi bia no be nya coins nkete bi dia toto honom na ode aye oniema. So that is what we have the yashesha to ho se the damwase e was supporter mo dia support ye in a difficult period. And I know you guys have done really well because enye izo pk enye izo so ubebo trumpet na ubenya nkrofo adi wachi. It's not easy. It means we are doing a good job and our fans are really supporting us for what we are doing. And we will not take you for granted and we'll keep on doing the great work. Now with the app, a small update said a bear I'm for Bibre. I'm saying about card, no, which would be a very great thing. We last week we had a session with the whole team, company in and PK, I think you are aware. I mean, for more and yinya akwenya ehu projections and near yeah towards a future. No, I think it will be a great thing. We'll be doing B2B, like business to business. Now you can use your app for business stuff. Now we are going into an era where we'll be
So that means you can use your business card on the
perfect,
app. Okay,
perfect,
wow.
perfect. And now what we are doing is that you can start sending money across via UK, US, or be a bit more useful. Now we are developing also the bill pay where PK at the car will US no as far up and up or book code na be a bill na so code na amount in be year PA baby a beba no and pepem no what you na just was so I mean, very soon we'll be doing all these things at Ebeboa. Obi anso benya card obetimi enya. In fact, omo Europe no IBAN so US and so you have your account on it. I mean, the sensitive part of it US and more social security number, no, right?
Yeah.
Where it looks as if you're kobosho and ya tutu. Nti no. I was talking with them if there will be a way we can play along it and around it be now and what may use without it. And see, they are still working on it, but how they will announce and we will see. Even if same number, you guys should understand. So even the banking system, you have to give it out. Into a banking similar to the banking system, it will be needed. Although my advance the talks say on me I play along there because I know it's very sensitive and people don't want to do that. Into but they will also see because I'm rano a US and I know never see it. We will see what we do. And very soon no card na so will be able use. Mr. Munyera Mohona Munyusu. We even thinking of say you to say blue card no where you kind of say ukotwa tickets in this anima now we bonus kakra bi wom. So it will be great. It will be
Like
great.
it will come with some perks.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Nti so far no kakra me bobo no me pesa me kasa bewa. De
Okay.
bia yishia nti de beto to ho one by one. Nti in case bibia wo ho so Q&A session we get to talk about it.
All right. Thank you very much, Director Daniel. Just in case today is your first time joining us, he is the launcher, the director of startups in USA, Canada, and I think in Italy too, right? You still
Yeah.
handle Italy too, so 3 countries. So thank you for giving us the update from startups. Since director has taken 5 more minutes of our time for good reasons, to update us on what is going on with startups, and we're just gonna go ahead and segue straight into today's topic. Like I said, next week we will be talking to on the 20th with Professor Andor, and 27th we will meet with our very own Miss Juliet um, Mills. So Miss Juliet Mills will be talking to us about breast cancer. And those of you who have never met her before, she is the older sister of our very own actor Majid Michelle. So let's stay tuned and also make sure we keep spreading the gospel to people so that everyone can be a part of it. For the first time, we are live on HRTV on Instagram. So please, if you don't have the link, I think everyone that is watching right now probably have the link to the Instagram. You can also patronize our Instagram platform and just enjoy and be a part of the family. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our very own today, Mr. Mark Samuels. I had a great conversation with this gentleman, and he has a lot of knowledge in terms of how to build the credit system and also create wealth with credit system. He's been to Ghana, and he wants to see how he can help the brothers. When I say the brothers, it's not just the mill, but all of us, and especially people of color, so that we can also have some leverage in terms of finances. Today's topic is simple introduction to wealth, credit, and also wealth creation. And I introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Samuels. Mr. Samuels, how you doing? You're on mute. And whilst you try to unmute yourself, let me say this real quick. He's very knowledgeable, he's in depth. Once he's done, he's gonna leave his contact information. By no means do we say that everything that he's saying is pure and bright and righteous. Do your due diligence and make sure that you connect with him, learn more about what he does, so that you can also pick up the good stuff from it as well. So I just want to issue that disclaimer real quick. But Mr. Samuels, welcome to the show Time with Tatap Sen.
Hey, doctor, how are you?
Outstanding, outstanding. Good to meet you virtually for the first time. I mean, we've talked virtually, audioly, but then now visually we get to see each other communicate. How you
Absolutely.
doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. God is
Outstanding,
good.
outstanding.
So the reason for this, as you said, I went to Ghana and I noticed that, and not even just in Ghana, but just our people in general.
Hmm.
I'm a mentor of real estate, and when I went to Ghana, it really opened my eyes on the lack of things, just as far as credit, and as far as financial literacy, that some of our people have, and not just in Ghana, even here in the States. So, what I like to do is I like to train people on how to establish credit and use that to open maybe a small business. I give real estate seminars across the nation. So every Thursday I'm on a plane and I travel and I give seminars for different outfits, such as like a show called Flip or Flop. You may have heard of a show called The Shark Tank. So I've
Hmm.
worked with a gentleman by the name of Damon John. I've helped some of his students, Armando Montalongo, a lot of the flipping shows and some of the shows that you may see on TV where people are flipping houses. So what happens during these 3 days is people will come to these actual seminars, and I will either train them or I'll be their mentor. Now I'm what's considered a master mentor. So I try to help people get wealthy for a living. Actually, I help people get wealthy for a living. And as I've been traveling here for the last 20 years, I've noticed that a lot of people, um, everyone wants to be wealthy. No one wants to do the things necessary in order to get wealthy.
Exactly.
So we can talk all day as a people about getting to the next level, but at some point in time, we've got to push that actual button. So as I talk to these people on a day-to-day basis, again, people that look like me and you, I feel like if we don't get this word out, we'll be left behind, especially what's going on right now with the administration that we have here in the U.S.
Hmm.
So what happens here, of course, happens nationwide, worldwide. But at some point in time, we as a people, we have to get to a whole nother level of not just having good credit, but actually using our credit to expand. So what I teach is not traditional. You'll never hear me say that if you have an 800 credit score, that's great. I don't, I just don't believe that. If you have an 800 credit score and you're broke or you're not where you want to be in life, what's the purpose of the 800 credit score? I mean, once you've bought your house, your car, maybe you went to school, what are you going to do with your 800 credit score? So I believe in teaching people how to use the banks to get to where you need to be. And as I teach this, I've helped several investors across the nation to become just a little bit more wealthier. And maybe you want a little bit more wealth, or maybe you don't. I'm not sure. But if you're on here today, that's what I'm trying to help you do, is to utilize, again, not just your credit score, but also become familiar with banks. Now, a lot of people don't like banks. We have no choice if we're looking to get to the top, but to leverage these banks. So if you have a good credit score, what you should be looking to do is leverage these banks to get as much capital as humanly possible. Now, what I tell you, that's going to be up to you if you want to do these things. But what I am giving you are things that I've done before. I'll never talk to you about something I haven't done myself. So with that being said, I'm a gentleman that has 30 credit cards. Now, I didn't say I had 30 credit cards all racked up, but I have 30 credit cards with a minimum of $20,000 a piece on each. So understand the magnitude of that. That's $600,000 that's available just in case I need it. I take out personal loans just to have them. Again, I take out personal loans just to have them. Why is that? Well, I'm building the relationships with these banks. You see, I'm millions of dollars in debt and I've never been more happier. Again, millions of dollars in debt, but I've never been more happier, but it's good debt. And when I say good debt would be real estate. Good debt would be investing in the stock market. Good debt would be investing in rare coins, rare art, rare cars, things of that nature. So, but it all starts, again, with leveraging the banks. See, if you're not going to leverage the banks, what's the purpose of what you're doing after you got your car, got your house, help the kids go to school? What's the purpose of that good credit score? So again, I leverage the banks in order to create opportunities for me and my family, and I've been doing this for years. Now, that good debt that I'm talking about, again, millions of dollars in debt, but I live so comfortable, okay? I've learned and I've lost. The only reason I can teach you is because I've lost so many times, to where right now, the chances of me losing are so small because, one, I have several different banking relationships. Again, several. I don't just bank at one particular institution. I bank at several different institutions. I borrow money and I buy assets that create even more wealth. Now, people would think, hey, listen, what's better, having an 800 credit score or having a 600 credit score? Well, let me ask you, and I'm going to ask you, doctor, if you don't mind.
No, that's okay.
So if me and the doctor here, and in this particular example, doctor, we'll make a case. In this particular example, you have to be the broke person. Is that okay?
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Just for a moment.
So, all right. So the doctor here and me, we've been with your bank for the last 5 years. Everyone else here that's on this particular Zoom, you're a bank. Imagine this. So me and the doctor have been with your bank for the last 5 years. In 5 years of investing money, the doctor has been able to put in $500 into your bank. And me, Mark Samuels, I've been able to put in $500,000 into your bank. Now, come Monday, each one of us is going to apply for a $100,000 personal loan at your bank. Okay? The doctor here has the doctor here has a 800 credit score. Okay? But me, I've got a 640 credit score. Who would you rather give the money to, the doctor or to me? Think about that.
Okay, let's see what the comment sections are coming up with.
Yes, think about that. So would you rather give it to the doctor or would you rather give it to me? Again,
Charles says me.
To you.
Yes.
So think about this. You want to give your money as a bank to a person that's been with you for 5 years and has $500 in your bank account. Why would you want to do that? just because he has a higher credit score. Most people would say that. I hang around millionaires. We don't think that way. Okay. When I say this, it's not that you're wrong, but you are wrong. Because if banks,
Precious says gonna give the money to you.
well, yes. Why would you not want to give it to me? I've been with your bank for 5 years, but I have $500,000 in your bank account. Who cares about my credit score? The reason why my credit score is lower is because of why? I'm I have more debt. Okay, I have more debt. But I'm utilizing that debt and the banks are making points and interest off of the money that I have invested in their account. Think about that. The doctor has $500, I've got $500,000. If you didn't listen to what I had to say, I'll take my $500,000 out your bank. You definitely don't want that to happen. So again, as I teach people how to do this, it's shocking to people that just don't know. They just don't understand because they're one, not taught this in high school. Two, they're not taught this in college unless you take some kind of courses for people to teach you this. So again, guys, being millions of dollars in debt is not bad. But at the same time, let's just start getting our credit to where we need to be at. Now, I work with several different people that can, one, get your money. Two, I'm on the real estate platform for a lot of the people that you may see on these flipping shows on HGTV. Three, if you do need your credit to get boosted up, if you do need some help starting your small business, I have resources that can help you also. So again, I just want to be on this platform to make people understand that one, if you leverage the banks as much as possible, and two, we'll get our credit scores high in the initial, but after a while, your credit score could mean they could care less about your credit score at a bank. Keep that in mind. I've used checks. Have you guys ever, do you guys ever seen a balance transfer check or a convenience check? Does anyone know what that is? Anyone know what a balance transfer check is or a convenience check? If you don't know what that is, it's a check that's attached to your credit card. Okay. I use those checks because they come in at 0%. Again, 0% interest rate. So I use those checks in order to do a couple of different things to make money. For instance, I've taken a $30,000 credit card check. Again, it's attached to my credit card. It's a special for 12 months to 24 months. I will take one of those checks. And again, I'm not advocating for you to do this, but if you're looking to get ahead quicker, you'll listen to some of the things I'm saying. But again, I will take one of those checks. I've done a couple different things with those checks, knowing that they're at 0%. Because a 0% interest rate check doesn't mean you don't have a monthly payment. Now remember, I took this $30,000 check. I've got to make a 1% monthly payment. Well, what's 1% of $30,000? It's $300. So I've taken this $30,000 check and I've leveraged it to help someone to flip a house. Now, I'm not going to flip the house. I used to flip houses. I've done it professionally, but I'm not going to flip any more houses, nor do you need to once you get to a certain level. I'm going to take that $30,000 and give it to someone that wants to flip the house, and then I take half the profits. Boom. That's just one particular scenario. I've taken these $30,000 checks, again at 0%, and I've invested this into the stock market to make a greater return, of course, than $300 on a month-to-month basis. Maybe I've taken 2, 3, 4, or 5 of these checks and cashed them in at 0% and use that money to buy stocks or rare coins, or there's just different things that you can do with those checks. If you're not getting those checks, you've got to ask for them. Again, they're called either convenience checks or balance transfer checks. These checks you can write out to your company, like me.
So,
Go ahead.
so apart from Chase, right? Is there any other banks that have that? Because I know Chase usually carry those convenient banks, but is there any other banks that carry those transfer Credit
The most
banks
most of the
and
bigger
checks.
most of the bigger banks are going to offer those 0% checks. Chase, you'll have Wells Fargo, Bank of America would be ideal in order to get and build those relationships with those banks. Now, I just said build the relationships with those banks, but at the same time, I'm going to tell you, you can't make them your primary bank that you're doing business with. Why? Well, if you don't have millions of dollars, they could care less about you. So there's certain different banks that you can utilize in order to get your business going. Certain different banks offer certain different things that they do with the average consumer. For instance, if you're just starting and you have no business idea, the best bank to open or have a relationship with would be a credit union, because credit unions will help you with things like getting your car. They'll help you out with home repair needs and things of that nature, your small business account. If you're, excuse me, not your small business account, you're looking for home repairs. Um, if you guys are looking to actually open a business, the best bank that you can utilize would be just Google small community bank and then put your zip code of where you live at. Again, a small community bank. They deal with small businesses. That's why they call them small community banks. Then once you graduate and you get to the big boys, you're making millions of dollars. We want to build those relationships with those bigger banks. See, a bigger bank can loan you more money because they have access to more money. A small community bank can give you the next level down from what the big banks can give you. And then those credit unions are typically not for businesses because you can't open up a business account at most credit unions. So again, most of us will start with a small community bank. Now, I've flipped houses, I've wholesaled deals, I've bought tax liens and tax deeds, commercial property. There's tons and tons of different items that I've helped different students actually build, and I've actually done myself. I've owned a hair salon. I didn't do too well, as you see, but I had one. But I teach people, again, when it comes down to wealth, to not be afraid of the banks, because the sooner that we understand this, the sooner that we get enough of the bank's money and use it properly, the quicker we will get out of the rat race and we'll be on the top of the world. The more fear that you have, listen to me, brothers and sisters, you ain't gonna live forever. At some point in time, you're gonna have to take a risk and start taking chances. I can teach you because, again, I failed so much. And if you've never failed before, you don't understand. You can't preach something if you've never actually failed before. If you don't know what failure is, you got to go out and at least try. But what I want to do is minimize your failure. See, I didn't have anyone to teach me until I started hanging around with these people that were making all this money. And it's just rubbed off. You know, I don't hang around anyone that's not making a lot of money. It's just a simple plain facts. I won't hang around anyone that's not trying to go get it. If you're not trying to excel, what is the purpose? If you have children and you're not looking to build their college funds or build funds for you for once you leave, what are you here for? You got kids. We as a people, we've got to do better. And I'd like to help you do better. People will always have questions. The questions won't stop, but the answers is what you need. Most people stop going just for the simple fact that they don't have anyone to give them any guidance of where to go. Well, I'm going to give you that guidance of where to go and what to do. All you have to do is ask the questions and come up with some business ideas. But we've got to get to a higher level in life. We can't just keep talking about it. I don't, talking to people that say they're going to do something and they don't do it. Again, I just can't do it anymore, especially if you look like me. So understand this. Either we start now or you will be left behind. You've got robots coming, you've got AI coming, you've got jobs being replaced. You got the federal government right now losing jobs. Massive amounts of people are losing jobs, and people that look like me and you are losing our jobs first, it seems like. So again, we have to start other businesses in order to maintain as a people, and we have to start now. But again, that's what I'm here for. I want to help you guys to, one, get your credit going if it's not there already. Two, help you to get your businesses going. And three, definitely put a small portion, in my opinion, of real estate into what you're doing and watch life turn around for you. All of us have to do this. All of us should be buying multiple houses. All of us should be teaching our children and grandchildren about wealth creation. All of us should be talking about credit scores and what you should do with them. All of us need to know money. And if we don't, again, it's just going to be very, very hard going forward. And things are changing rapidly. I know you see it online. I know you're reading the articles. Well, if you're not doing nothing but sitting there and just taking it as they give it to you, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. I want to be a part of the solution, and you should help me to do this and spread the word. We've got to get as much of the bank's money as humanly possible. Now, there's going to be times where you lose. Yep. There's going to be times where things don't go right in your business. Yep. But guess what? Guess what? I know a guy whose businesses have failed 6 to 7 times and he's still filthy rich. What's his name? What's his name, doctor? I can't hear you.
Oh, you talk about Trump?
I'm talking about Big Daddy, President of the United
Big
States,
Daddy.
President
But
of the free world, whatever you want to call him, orange, I don't care. He's filed bankruptcy 6 to 7 times and he's filthy rich.
but then there's a little conspiracy twist to that though. So I don't want to delve deeper into that. But then again, there's a lot of rich folks that are rich right now and they failed multiple times, and not just
50
even in
Cent.
finances, huh?
50 Cent.
Oh yeah, that's another twist away too. Even Kanye,
Even Kanye.
yeah,
So, but think about this, doctor. Knowing that you really can't fail if you know that there's ways to get out of it.
exactly.
So you should at least start it, because not only have these people filed for bankruptcy, these people are filthy rich after filing for bankruptcy. Ding, 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 ding. That should tell each and every one of you on here that if your businesses fail, there's ways to get out of it and start all over again. And then it doesn't take 7 years in order for that to happen. Banks want to deal with people that make them points and interest. Again, if you have, who would you rather deal with? Someone that has, as a bank, would you rather deal with someone that's $1 million in debt to you, or someone that's $10,000 in debt to you? What would you rather deal with, doctor? Let me ask.
The one that is more,
The one that is more. Why?
because I know I'm secured over there.
You're secured and I'm making you points and interest, yes or no?
Yes.
Absolutely. People don't think that way. People think debt is something that's just so bad. That's because, again, you're hanging around people that can't coach you. They're not teaching you any of this. You're not learning this in school. You're not learning this in college. So you walk around like, how do I get out of this? Or how do I even get my business going? And I'm telling you, the debt part is going to be there, but again, it's going to be good debt, but we have to start our businesses. So with that being said, I'm not going to take up a lot of your time, but
Okay.
I'm just hoping to motivate you guys to get started, leveraging the banks and creating those relationships.
Well, we do have some questions, so we're gonna ask them, and also we're gonna open the Zoom line for people to ask questions as well. Um, One of the questions that I had on my phone was, you made a comment concerning the the transfer checks, and people want to know how to acquire one from the bank. What is the
Ask for it.
process? Okay,
Yes, we're going to call our banks, as long as you have a relationship with them, and ask those big banks for those convenience checks or balance transfer checks. They may or they may not give them to you. But think about this. Why do I have 30 credit cards? Because I can pick up the phone and contact how many different lenders can I contact?
30.
And you can only contact 1, 2, 3, or 4 with the little credit cards that you have. So the chances of me getting that 0% offer are very, very high.
Okay, so just ask, and the worst thing they can say is no.
Worst thing they can tell you is no. But that
Is
doesn't mean 3 months to 6 months down the line, you don't ask again and develop more relationships with other banks that will give you the money.
Exactly. Before I go to the first question from Sandra B, I hear a lot of resilience and bounce back from your talk, and also not giving up or quitting. Um, do you, by chance, happen to be in the military? And if so, what branch?
Yes, I'm a U.S. Marine. I've been to 2 combat zones. I've been shot. I've got 6 kids, 11 grandchildren. I don't have a college degree whatsoever. My dad was born in Jamaica in 1919. My mom was born in Tennessee in 1930 something, 33. So I'm 54 years old. I'll be 55 on October 22nd. And that's my background. Again, I got 6 kids. I've got 2 more
Yeah,
grandchildren coming, so 11. I've got a total of 11 grandchildren, and it's never been easy for me. So especially, I have post-traumatic post-traumatic stress disorder. It's a lot of things, but if I can do this, so can you.
yeah, I can see that easily. What is it? Real recognize real.
Yeah.
So it was easy for me to connect that dots with, the presentation. I was like, okay, this might be a fellow service member. Thank you very much for your service, and also let's proceed into Sandra B's question, and after that, we're gonna open up the line for people to ask questions as well. Sandra B asked, "What is the best college fund account to open for your younger children?"
So we should go to a credit union. I always start with a credit union and open up just a regular savings and checking account for your children. As a parent, it's maybe pretty good to open up a 529 plan. If you haven't heard of a 529, ask your banks about a 529 plan that will help them and save money here for their college if they do decide to go to college. But a basic savings and checking account should be opened at a credit union to start with.
At what age will you recommend doing
Uh,
that?
I'd recommend as soon as possible. I'd recommend at the age of 5. It doesn't matter how. What we're trying to do is establish the children's credit. So opening a bank account, you can do that as soon as they're born, but you should also, before the age of 17, you should have your children on your credit cards, at least one of them, to build their credit. I've done that with each one of my kids. So my children right now some of them are in their 30s. My youngest one just graduated from Florida State University here in August, and he has excellent credit. As a 22-year-old young man, he's able to go out and do the things he needs to do at this particular point because we've had him on our credit cards. And we've never, don't let them have the credit card. But again, put their name on their credit card, do right by that credit card, and your children will grow from there. Teach them.
Exactly. All right. At this point, if you have any question, please put your hands up, the hands emoji, so that we can unmute you for you to speak. Again, the reason why we do keep this platform muted just for the host and the co-host is just for one simple fact that we have a lot of scammers coming on this platform, and once it's unmuted for all, they get to just take over the Zoom account and do unnecessary stuff. So we keep it muted, restricted for anyone to. And again, we have people that accidentally have their Zoom account unmuted, and every conversation going on in the background is being hot on the meeting. We don't want anyone's mic being hot. So with that being said, we always keep it muted. If you have any question, please go to next to your share screen. There is a button called the reactions. Click on it. You'll see the part that says raise hand. I just did mine, and you'll see your hands up, and we will call you or unmute yourself. Tell us where you're calling from, your name, and your question will be asked and answered accordingly. Dorothy Smith Aqua says, any information on Acorn, please.
Acorn Housing.
Yes.
Acorn Housing is great. I mean, in most cases, as a first-time home buyer with Acorn Housing, they may provide some down payment and closing cost
So
assistance.
before Acorn Housing, I thought they brought the Acorn Savings program, whereby whatever you do gets rounded up.
Whatever you do gets run up.
Yeah, like when you go buy stuff from the shop and any transaction that you take care of gets rounded up with the acorns.
Okay, as far as your credit,
Yes. And
sure.
savings.
And savings account also, but that's not going to build, you can do that, absolutely. But that's not going to build wealth.
Okay.
Your job is to build wealth. We have to understand this, ladies and gentlemen. We can always get a savings account. We can, and yes, that helps to build your credit. But the best way to build your credit is we've got to get at least a credit card to start with. Okay. The checking accounts, the savings accounts, and paying your cable bill and things like that, they do get reported. Yes. But if I'm a bank and I want to, and you want money. I'm not talking about a couple of $100. You want money, then we want to start proving to them that we can pay back these credit cards and these personal loans.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. From Akosia Arco, thank you. Great information. Before we come back to the, actually, she said amend the Acorn investment, please. So I think that is what you said initially. And no, I think that's what I was heading on, not the homes, but the Acorn investment. Let's go to iPhone Zalia. iPhone Zalia, please unmute yourself. Tell us where you're calling from and your question for Mr. Samuels.
All right, good afternoon. As
Good
you
That,
afternoon.
mentioned, my name is Zelia. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Actually, I've been wanting to join for a long time, but because of timing, so today I have to put my timer on. When it rings, I knew it's 6 o'clock to join. So my question is about the balance check. Do you have to have a certain amount of money in the bank before they can accept to give you that balance check or
uh,
convenient check?
no, it's based on your credit card and what you have available on that credit card. So, uh,
Okay.
every three, every 6 months, you
Mm-hmm.
should be calling your credit cards and asking them to do what? Give me more what? Money.
Increase.
Money.
And also
Yes.
to lower the what? Interest rate.
Mm-hmm.
So again, every 6 months, we should also be asking them for this. Hey, do you have any 0% offers? The worst thing they can tell you
Oh,
is, Steve, no one's doing this.
no, we don't.
No one's going to teach you to do this. The only reason why I know again is because I hang around wealthy people and this is what we
Mhm.
do. So we're looking for the cheapest money possible.
Okay,
There is the cheapest money that you can get it is 0%. So I'd like to ask you a question, Zalia. Can I ask you a question?
sure.
So let me ask you this. You need $50,000. Now I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to give you two scenarios on how to get the 50 grand, and you tell me which scenario feels comfortable for you. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, you can either go to the bank and get a personal loan at 9%, or you can go get 10 credit cards. Each credit card's got $5,000 available on it, and each credit
Mm-hmm.
card's at 9%. Which one would you pick? The personal loan at 9% or each credit card at $5,000 a piece at 9%? Which one would you pick?
I'll go with the credit card, but I'm looking at each of them has 9%, but I may pay more than the one in bank.
Now, that's not true.
Okay.
Think about this. 9% is each one of those scenarios $50,000?
No.
No.
I mean,
9% of 5,000.
9% of 5,000, but we have 10 credit cards.
Oh.
It's
Mm-hmm.
still 9% on $50,000. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you don't know why you said credit cards. You just said credit cards.
Yes.
The
I don't
reason,
know why. Because I think I can get this one here, this one here, this one here, and combine all together.
and it's
But
still
I'll
going
be
to be
thinking about how I'm going to
$50,000, though,
pay
right?
each of them at the same time. That's my thinking. But I think if I get here and here, then I can put them all together and do what I want to do with it.
So they're both $50,000. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They're both
Yes.
at 9%.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference?
Actually, I don't know the difference. If you can come in and let me know,
The,
but
the,
just
the difference is let me ask you this. When you pay your $50,000 back to the bank, how
mm-hmm.
much money do you have left to use?
Nothing.
You have absolutely nothing once you pay your
Yeah.
$50,000 loan back, right?
Yeah. Nothing. Yes.
When you pay those 10 credit cards back, the $5,000 a piece, how much money do you have left to use?
Oh, it's still there for me. I can go back and use it again.
You can go back and use it again.
Sure.
Do you have to ask for that money?
No, because it's already there for me
It's
to
al-
use.
it's already there. With the
Mhm.
bank, in
That's
order to
it. You have to apply for another one. If they approve, then you can get it. If not,
and if
you
they
won't.
don't approve you, you don't get it.
Yes.
Now, do you see? Each one of those is $50,000, but we look at
Mhm.
it totally differently because that's what we've been taught.
Okay.
So what I'm teaching you is don't be afraid of the piece of plastic, okay?
Mhm.
Because the piece of plastic is revolving. You need as much of that as humanly possible, but we also
Mhm.
want to try to get those 0% lines. And the only way to do that again is with those pieces of plastic. Because have you ever heard of a 0% personal loan?
Mm-mm.
You can't get a 0% personal loan.
Mm-mm.
Yes or no?
No.
No.
No, not at all. You
Yeah.
can't. So if you can only get it on a credit card, why would we not have as many of those as humanly possible? You can be
Mhm.
reckless with these credit cards. You can't be reckless with the personal loan. But if you do what I'm saying, you will,
Mhm.
and you follow what I'm saying, you will never be able to outspend what the banks give you unless you
Okay.
just don't learn
All
from.
Mhm.
right. So we're gonna go ahead and ask
Thank
some
you.
more questions.
Well,
Thank you very much, Zelia. So this is from NP. NP says, "At what age would you stop taking financial risk in investing?"
at what age?
Hmm.
As soon as you come up with an idea, if it's 13, 14, as soon as you have an idea. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no need to do what I'm telling you to do as far as these investments if you're never going to open a business. If you just want to be the regular 9 to 5er, then just keep working for someone else. But if you're looking to open your business, some people start as early as 13, 14, 15. Your kids have ideas. Ask them. You should be talking to them. What do you want to open? Early, 13, 14 years old, teaching them about finances and getting their businesses going. I don't care if it's just an ice cream stand, it's going to teach them something versus waiting until they're out of school, high school or college. That's too late because now at that point in time, either you want to get them out your house in a lot of cases, or you're tired. But start them early. 13, 14 would be ideal.
All right. Galaxy X23 says, "I have two credit cards, and I'm afraid of taking more. Please, what do you advise?"
I advise you to definitely get more. Every 6 months, you should apply for at least one more credit card. You should also take out a personal loan. Remember this, I'm not telling you that you're going to get these cards and personal loans and just rack it up, but I have 4 personal loans. Each loan is $30,000 a piece. Okay. So I applied for a personal loan at Bank of America, one at Chase, one at Wells Fargo, and one over here at a small community bank. So $30,000 times 4 loans, I have how much money?
120.
That's 120. Do I have to use it?
No.
But when my credit was good and I went and got this money, can I use it?
Yep.
And that's what I mean. You want to have the ability, once your credit score is high, to be able to borrow the money. And then after you've proven to the banks that you can pay this money back, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this money that they give me, put it into one particular account at a whole nother bank to establish a relationship with them and not even use the money. Every month that the payment is due, where do I take the money from? The money that they gave me and give it right back to them. You do that for 6 months, and after 6 months, pay all the money back and watch what happens to your credit score. Now,
Shut up.
think of, think about what you've just done. You've won, you've paid it back, you've paid the monthly payments over and above, remember, over and above what you should pay every month on time. And then in 6 months, you paid it all back. Have you not built the relationship with those banks by doing that?
Yep.
And then when you go back in to get more money, guess what? It's going to be way easier for you.
So now we're talking about skyrocketing, shooting up your credit score. when you do the cycling rotation, um, whereby I won't call it robbing Peter to pay Paul, but then semi robbing Peter to pay Paul. You get it from here, you run it around, pay it over here, then just bring it back over here, then just drop everything right back into the trash can, whereby it's originated from,
That's right.
whilst your credit score just shuts up. Okay.
So again, remember, doctor, when we borrow this money, we're not using it.
Right.
So if I cut you a check for $30,000, you take the $30,000 and you put it into another bank, or you can just put it into your regular checking account and have it sit there. Month one, take money out, make a payment. Month two, three, four, all the way for 6 months. We're just going to keep taking, and we're going to pay a little bit of interest. I understand. Yes, banks make money on points and interest. What I'm trying to teach you is to develop the relationships. I didn't say use the money. We're developing the relationship, and we're also getting our credit score higher. So when it's time to open our business or wanting more money, we have that relationship already built. Shame on you if you take the money and do something that you shouldn't do with that money, at least for the first
So
6 months.
that goes into another question. I had that on my phone. I was laughing. I don't know if you saw that. So this person right here said, "I cannot watch 30,000 sit in my account and just smile. I'm gonna either use it to invest into a business, or I'm gonna probably use it to do a home improvement." Not too many people also have the discipline to own credit cards and maintain, even doing the regular credit cards tradition, right? Use it, pay off, use it, pay off. Let's say you got to go buy a new set of furniture, $10,000. You got these two credit cards, 5,000 a piece. Use them out and use your main money that you were going to use to purchase this furniture to pay off those credit cards, because those are the regular tradition that everyone is being taught about how to properly use a credit card. And basically, discipline plays a major role on the credit card.
Absolutely. Discipline plays a role. I'm talking to you about establishing credit. If you have no discipline, you can't come running back to me and say, hey, Mr. Sam said, hey, go ahead and open up. No, nope, nope. What I'm telling you is that you have to have the discipline if you don't have a business idea. If you're wanting that $30,000 to open up a business and you think it's going to work, we need to, one, surround yourself around the mentors and get the guidance in that particular field before we do it. But the reason I started talking about the $30,000 was simply for you guys to establish the relationships first. And whether it's $5,000 or $30,000, $30,000 was just the example. But yes, you have to have the discipline, or shame on you. You're going to stay in the same race. We just don't want to. We want to use it. That's all.
That was basically digging in their own ditch. Sandra B asked, how do you, okay, I'm going to try to read it the best way that makes sense, but it says, how do we clear off lowering of credit scores whenever you apply for a credit card or getting a loan? And I think you already answered that. Calling them every 6 months, asking for a lower rate, or
That's
if
right.
possible, 0%.
That's
Ernest Siedu asked, would you recommend establishing a laundromat, and can you share with me the best possible way to start?
Yes, you definitely should. A laundromat is probably one of the best investments that you can put your money into. Because why? Well, you don't have to be there in most cases. It's you have very, very, very low overhead. You have machines that are doing the business. So yes, we definitely want to start the laundromat. How do we start the laundromat? First and foremost, we need to know the cost. Everything is going to point back to, first and foremost, you getting the money. Now you can have the idea, but if you have the idea, we have to run that through our accountant. Okay, we have to run that through our consultants first and foremost to make sure it even makes sense to have that laundromat. If you have that laundromat, are there any other laundromats around? So there's several different things, and you're going to need, you should have mentoring and consulting in order for that to happen. We're just not going to open up a laundromat anywhere. We have to know that it's going to be credible, it's going to make money, and it makes sense for you, right?
Okay. Felicia's iPhone says, I want to start a mother care shop. How do I start?
Same thing. We have to have a business plan. We have see some of these ideas that you guys may think are great ideas, and they may be, but until you run this through an accountant, it's all purposeless. You're just guessing on how much money that you may make. Okay. So we want to run this through an accountant. There's going to be, of course, advertising fees. Yeah. Are you going to hire employees? There's several different things that we have to think about. And again, that's going to come through consulting. That's something that we can't talk about just in one conversation. All right. But I have people that could help a lot of you guys get to a whole nother level if that's something that you guys need from me.
Okay, MP asked us to read his or her question again because I guess he or she said it wasn't answered. And I think you did, but I'm going to read it again. At what age would you stop taking financial risk in investing?
Oh, at what age? I would start at the age of 17.
Stop.
At the age of 17, when we talk about financially investing, by that time, your mother or your father should have had your credit to where it needs to be at. Remember, we talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
The age of 17 would be ideal to get you out there. Whenever you can apply for loans and credit cards and money on your own is really when you want to start. And I believe you can start that at the age of 17.
No, I think he said, when are you going to stop?
When am I going to stop?
Yes, at what age would you stop investing?
Never. I don't
Okay.
stop investing.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, understand this. It's your job to one, buy these houses if you live in this country. It's your job to buy those houses. We are so far behind the eight ball when it comes down to all the other races. Okay. We have to start investing and continue to invest as long as possible. I'm going to invest until I die in something. I don't care if it's a rare coin, if it's a rare automobile, a rare painting, real estate, some stocks. There's several different REITs, real estate investment trusts. There's so many different things that you can put your money into. But again, we can never stop. All right. If you have an IRA, another thing, any of you guys that have an IRA or a 401k, you should consider transferring your IRA or your 401k. Again, if you are going to invest into a self-directed IRA or 401k, for those of you guys that are looking to invest and you need additional capital. Now, borrowing money from the banks, typically the banks are going to want you to put some money down. Well, again, that's where that IRA or that 401k money can come from some of you guys that may have those. Again, we want to transfer it to a self-directed IRA or to what they call a solo 401k with checkbook control, which means now you get to control where the money goes. All the money that is made has to go back into your retirement fund. So again, all we're doing is transferring the money from one investment vehicle to another. So you're not getting that 30%, 40% hit. And then we'll have checks that we can utilize to go out and actually invest in those business ideas. Some of that should be in real estate for sure.
All right. Rexford says, wow, that's a great plan. I think that is the plan prior to today's conversation. And Rexford comes on to say, you need to be very disciplined to do this. And that's true. Neo Kaija Quay says, how do I fund the interest if the borrowed money is just going to sit in an account?
We are establishing a relationship, period. You have no clue how those relationships are going to help you thrive. If you're worried about that the banks won't make any money, this is not for you. It's not a one-way street. When you borrow money from a bank, whose money is it?
The bank's money.
And your job is to pay the banks back their money with some interest. But you're also developing the relationship, folks. That's probably one of the most important things I'm telling you on here right now is the relationships that you build. Don't worry about that little 6 months worth of interest that you're going to pay to the banks. Don't worry about that. Let the banks make some money so the banks will keep allowing you to have money even with a 600 credit score. I still get offers. You'll understand this once you do it.
All right. Nana Benito says, greetings to everyone. Greetings back, Nana Benito. Joycelyn Amankwa says, I am just few months in this country and now starting to build my credit score. I already have one credit card. Now speaking of getting more credit cards, I recently signed up for another credit card, which unfortunately charges an annual fee, which I do not want. At least, not at the moment. If I should close that credit account, would it have any impact on my overall credit score? I need advice.
Yes. If you close a credit card account, that is going to have an impact. You should not close it. If you do anything, I understand you have an annual fee. Okay. Anything that you're going to have an annual fee on should be things like a Delta card or American Airlines card, something that's going to give you great points. Okay. So if it's not going to give you something that you're going to use the points on, I would say not open that particular credit card. But yes, sometimes we're going to have to pay that annual fee in order to get those points so we can take those free vacations. We can have those free hotel stays. But if those are not those particular kind of credit cards that you want, you should not open the credit card. And no, don't close it. But if you don't want to pay the annual fee, sure, you're going to close it, but your credit score will drop.
All right. iPhone Zelia says, I want to start building auction cars to resell them. What's your advice?
You want to resell cars? Pretty tough business. Not to say you should not do that. But again, we should consult with an accountant first. Make sure it's viable. Make sure it makes sense. We need to know, are there any, you're not the only one that's doing this. Is this a good time to actually open that? If you don't have the Chat GPT app on your phone, please download that. Again, Chat GPT is going to become one of your best friends because it's going to teach you so much. But you do need to have someone on your team that is professional. They've made a lot of money. They can guide you. You need consultants, ladies and gentlemen, because Chat GPT is only going to get you so far.
All right. Rexford asked the $1,000,000 question. Is 401k worth it or it's a scam? I added the it's a scam to it because a lot of people ask that question. No, not a lot of people made that statement. 401k is a scam. 401k is a scam. Now he asked that $1,000,000 question. Is 401k worth it?
In my opinion, yes, because there was a 6% match. So I put in 6%, they put in 6%. It's free money. I mean, if what part of it makes it a scam? Think about it.
All right. 80 says regarding 529 for kids' education, is it true one may not be able to get a scholarship if your household income is high?
It's not a 529 plan allows you to save money for that kid to go to school. So what it does, it invests in different companies out there. It's just like a 401k to a degree. It's
Right.
investing and it's growing in interest. That's what it's used for. So is it going to help a kid with a scholarship? It didn't help mine. But guess what? After 4 years of investing X amount of dollars every single month, look at how much money now I have to pay towards my kids to go to college. Now you're looking at a guy that I couldn't get any financial aid because I made too much money with 6 kids. Think about that. So it's up to you to teach your kids about those scholarships and how to apply for them. So that can help you.
We even talked about it last week, scholarship. So if you missed that with Dr. Professor Quason, you can always go back and just watch that video on HITV. And like I said, today all the videos are live on YouTube, HRE TV, HRE Facebook, and also Startups in Ghana Facebook, as well as our Instagram today, HITV. So before I read the last question, I want to say, please click on the link that our producer dropped, the HRTV family link, and just join to be part of the chat room so that we can discuss on a lot of topics that we want to see and hear here on this show. Also, Director Danny and A-Class, can you drop the one for the Friends of Tatopsen? And that one is a link to discuss and talk about anything concerning Tatopsen. So again, the HITV one that producer just dropped is to discuss topics that we want to have on the show, as well as bringing on board resource personnel. I must say big shout out to Enoch, because Enoch is the one that connected Mr. Samuels with us, and vice versa. So Enoch is also a member of the HITV family, where we discuss topics and resource personnel that we want to bring on the show to help educate ourselves and informed as well. So please, director, please join, drop the one for the friends of Tatopsen. So that there you go, director just dropped that one. So once you click on the friends with Tatopsen, you'll be part of the Tatopsen family, where we discuss anything that has to do with Tatopsen, your questions, your concerns, even if you have issues sending money home, that will be addressed over with you. With that being said, don't forget that after every time we Tatopsen section, we have a Q&A session with Tatopsen where they address any issues or concerns that you may have. The last question that I have over here is coming from, oh, and also iPhone Zalia says, thank you. Anastasia says, I've been ignoring credit cards offers from companies other than banks like Discovery and others. Would you recommend paying attention to them or rather do credit cards from banks?
Yes, I'm looking for, ladies and gentlemen, I like all money, because once you have the money, you can always call them and negotiate. So credit cards from, doesn't matter the bank, doesn't matter where it comes from, as long as the terms are going to meet what you're looking to do. So we're always looking for cheap money. Don't be afraid of credit cards. Don't be afraid of loans, but establish the relationships with these banks.
What is the maximum rate you ask people to run away from?
I don't ask you to run away from any rate. See, I'll get a credit card that has a 20 some odd percent interest rate. Okay. I'll go put some gas on it, and then I'll pay on it for 3 months and put that credit card in the safe. Okay. What's going to happen is that credit card, now that I paid on it for 3 months, I've paid the banks a little bit of money. I've established a relationship. And then maybe 6 months down the line, I take it back out and do it all over again. Eventually, that credit line is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you should be calling your credit cards
Every
again.
6 months.
That's right. Every
Every
6
6
months.
months.
Whether they say yes or no, they'll give you more money as long as you have a good relationship.
So I heard about that, and I'm just a lazy person to call them. But now that you've emphasized on that call, I'm definitely going to start doing that every June and December 1st. I can't forget because June 1st is my second daughter's birthday, and December 1st, of course, I'm heading to the Christmas. So I will start calling to get that. And you know, December's always have those promos in there where you can get those 0%. So this is a lot of good information that you just shared with us. Now, people will love to be one of your mentees. How best can they reach out to you? Is there any way you can share some numbers, some emails, so that people can reach out to you
My email is
and book some
cash.
sessions?
Yeah, my email is cash on cash returns.
Hold on, let me type it in real quick. So, Mr. Mark Samuels.
And people, please call me Sam.
Okay. And your number is, oh no, not the number, but the email.
Is cash on cash returns with an S, cash on cash returns 101 at gmail.com. Cash on cash returns with an S 101 at gmail.com.
With the one?
Yeah, 101, 101.
101 at gmail.com.
Okay. And if you're looking on Instagram, you can catch me on cash, CASH underscore on underscore cash underscore returns. That's on Gmail.
So cash underscore
On underscore cash underscore returns. There's an underscore after every word except for returns. Cash underscore on
underscore cash underscore
or returns with an S.
returns. Okay. Is there a number that people can reach out to? Or you just prefer the email?
If you send the email with your contact information, and then I can get back to you. So I want to help everybody as much as possible. But if
Okay.
you
So guys, I'll say let's be cognizant of the timing that we reach out, and also make sure is within a good amount of time. Now, I'm not calling during dinner time or when the man is asleep, or with the family. And also when you do that, he loves having the Zoom meeting set up and stuff like that. He will try to get you into a Zoom meeting. And if maybe Enoch will be there to be his assistant in terms of the Ghanaian community. So he might, refer you to Enoch and or maybe work some things out or whatever the situation is. And again, Enoch is on the platform too. So in case you want to reach out to me, you did not catch this contact information. We will try as much as possible to put it on the platform. I mean, producer, do you mind putting it on there before we shut the Zoom down so that people can just reach out to him as well. And once you see producer drop that on the chat room, please go ahead and say something so that people can know, hey, this is Enoch, and they can reach out to you to get hold of Mr. Samuels as well. These are good information that was shared. Like I said, contact him, do the needful, do what you have to do your due diligences, and also most of the stuff that he said today is something that I've heard before that I kind of play deaf ears on, and I think is a wake-up call for me as well. I'm one of the people that are scared of credit cards.
I understand.
And with that being said, we will start looking to it and work on discipline to be able to maintain the relationship with them. Mr. Sams, is there anything that you want to add to it before we part ways?
No, that'll be all. Yeah, one thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hold on just a second. I don't know what was said before, but Zelia says we same month birthday. Did you say your month birth?
No.
Oh, that was me. I'm the one that said my second daughter is June 1st. Her birthday is June 1st. So that wasn't Mr. Sams that said it. And Enoch says, hello guys, this is Enoch, ready to assist. Thank you. Thank you very much, Enoch, for saying something. Also do say something on the HRE TV platform too. Ernest says, thank you for this insightful section. God bless you. Sandra B says, thank you, I appreciate you. Akosiaka says, thank you. And Mr. Samuels also dropped his email as well, even though I
Now,
posted this.
one more thing, Doctor. Don't you guys forget, one of my biggest abilities to help you is we can get you anywheres, in most cases, depending on your credit score, anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000 lines of credit at 0%. I can help people to do that also.
All right. And that is even if they already maxed all their credit cards?
Well, it will all depend. The worst thing someone can tell you is what?
No.
All right. So let's
All right. I'll let the directors sign you out real quick. If we have director A-Class or Danny, can you guys please sign him out so that we say big thank you. That is our way that we say thank you. Always leaders from Startup Sen who are sponsors always say a farewell message to you before resource personnel leave. Director.
Yeah, PK. So, Uncle Sam, I think we say thank you for the knowledge given to us. PK, you are not the only one scared of credit cards. I'm worse than you. Trust me. I'm
No
having
different
like three or four.
cash.
So yeah, we will all be disciplined, and we thank you very much. We hope to hear from you soon. PK, I think you bring him on again, and then Uncle Sam, we didn't hear you. I think you're on mute.
Oh yeah, you're still on mute. There you go.
I just wanted to say thank you guys for having me. Pleasure meeting you, definitely, brothers and sisters here. But let's get started.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You're gonna have a lot of traffic coming your way, so be patient with our people whenever they call you and they're so anxious and eager. Try to know more. Sometimes the frustration will set a little bit, but with your Jamaican background, I know you're gonna understand their ethnicity easily because it's highly connected. Thank you very much for your time, and God bless you for being part of this family.
God bless you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we draw the curtains for the main segments. Time with Startup Sen. Again, we had a very beautiful session with Mr. Mark Samuels. I want to say a cash expert who is ready to help you leverage your cash incomes and also how you can set up your credit as well. With that being said, I want to say big thanks to everyone on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Again, I'm so excited because today is the first day that we went live on Instagram. So everyone on Instagram, I want to say big thank you to all our Instagram viewers, and also hopefully soon we will be starting our TikTok live too. So I urge each and everyone to also join the platforms, because we are going to be dropping the link to the TikTok so that we can all follow. Please, please, please. Thank you to everyone from wherever you watched us, whether it be in the US, Canada, and also outside of Canada, UK, Europe. Those of you from the UK and the Europe watching us up to this time, we want to say big thank you to you guys for spending time to stick with us whilst we go through the show. Also, those of you in Ghana, Middle East, even Australia, I got one person watching us from Australia. It's like 24-hour cycle, or probably like 12 hours of the schedule, and they're still here with us. I want to say thank you guys very much, and we do not take this for granted. Big thanks to all my producers for making this show happen. At this point, I'm going to hand over to Uncle Jimmy so that he can walk us through the Q&A session with Todd Thompson. God bless you guys. See you guys next week with a beautiful one from Professor Quasin. My name still remains PK Ofori-Asenso. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.